to go. We'll start with Bella. Bella, go ahead.
Hey Laura, you seem to be in a good mood today. How are you?
I'm great.
First question, does the team still have a clean injury report, and then are there any sort of where are players at with minutes restrictions?
Yep, clean injury report. Only player really that we have to be mindful of minutes wise is Jess. That's it, which is great.
Great, we love to hear it. So obviously 3 losses in a row for the first time since 2013. And you've mentioned and we've seen that they're coming from mistakes the team doesn't usually make. So how, taking that into account, how did you approach practice this week? I noticed the players had 2 days off this week, and I was wondering if that was part of it at all.
No, actually, they collectively took one of those days off and wanted to train. So I think that says a lot about the group. I mean, in answer to your question, what have we done? We've done what we always do. We analysed the performance. We analysed the goals we conceded. We have always had a mentality that prevention is better than cure in regards to how goals are conceded against us. And that yes, was there mistakes within the goals? Yes, but there was things we needed to do better. Like the free kick as an example, we give the ball away, that gives a free kick to them. We then aren't set up on the free kick properly, and then Ham has a free shot from 6 yards, and we hope and pray that our goalkeeper can make an unbelievable save, and unfortunately she doesn't. So I think that's what we always do. We are process driven that way, but we are not for any means like taking this game in any means lightly. We understand the gravity of this game. We've spoken about it as a playoff game because it is. That's how important it is.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bella. And then Susie.
Hey, Laura. You know that you're going to have another game on Wednesday. You may have a game on Saturday, or you hope to have a game on Saturday. Does that change anything about how you go into tomorrow's game and how you think about an important regular season match?
We have not spoken about Wednesday. It's not priority for us right now. Priority is Sunday. We will evaluate what we look like physically, who's available for Wednesday after Sunday, because Sunday is our most important game right now. We aren't, unfortunately, privileged enough to be able to think that way. We have to just put everything into getting a result on Sunday and deal with the Challenge Cup after that, which we've done all year. Like, that's the way we've presented the Challenge Cup. It's the way we've prepared for the Challenge Cup all year, so it's no different.
And looking at Sunday, looking at tomorrow, the team didn't get a result in a kind of much different situation on the road against Orlando, coming off some tough ends with some travel and road trips. But was there anything looking at that game that the team felt like collectively they could have done better to set you up well for tomorrow?
I think just defensively, we know what they're going to try and do against us. I don't think it'll be much different than they did when it was at their place. So we're prepared for that. And yeah, I think obviously both teams are in a different space. We potentially have got 8, 9 players different than what we had when we played them. They're 3, 4 players different. So it'll be different personnel, but I think that they're a well organised, well coached team, and we're not taking them lightly at all. We know what threat that they bring. And we've got to match that and then provide our own threat.
Thanks, Susie. Are there any other questions? Stephen, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. I want to ask, last year when you hosted Orlando, it was a kind of a very different atmosphere where you guys were competing for the Shield, and this year they're just a couple points behind you. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about what you feel like they're doing differently this year that's making them a bigger threat and potentially competing for the playoffs.
I think a big one with them is that they're a team. I think Orlando have traditionally always had good players, but maybe lack that like team ethos around. I think their group and their staff have done a good job this year. They're a really hard-working unit that makes it really difficult for you to compete with them, which is something that I think has been a difference maker this year for them. And yeah, obviously we played them last game of the season last year in a different environment, but we played them away at this stage last year where we needed to win, and we did it in, you know, good old rain fashion last kick of the game. But we knew that we had to win when we were there, and it's the same mentality tomorrow. We know we've got to get a result.
Thanks, Stephen. Any other questions? All right, thanks everyone. Thanks, Laura.
Thanks.